Okay, so it's Cat Stanley Space Demon coming at you again. And if you're a music fan, nothing beats the rush of experiencing live rock and roll. Especially when you're young, hormones raging, full of angst and rebellion. The energy you receive from a live band on stage is incomparable. The pulsating groove of the rhythm section and the ear-splitting volume of electric guitars emanating through stacks of Marshall amplifiers. Combined with a vocalist who knows how to manipulate and testify to an impressionable audience prepared to do just about anything he might tell them to do. But sometimes the energetic release of experiencing a rock concert can be too much to handle for less disciplined attendees. And rather than just being a pure expression of exuberant joy, it can turn into something darker, even occasionally manifesting itself in violence. In fact, violence is nothing new to rock and roll. In December of 1969, 18-year-old Meredith Hunter was stabbed to death by Hells Angels Motorcycle Club member Alan Pizarro at the Rolling Stones free concert at Altamont Speedway just outside Tracy, California. And in August of 1992, 2,000 fans rioted following the abbreviated conclusion of the Metallica and Guns N' Roses show at Montreal's Olympic Stadium, causing an estimated $600,000 in damages to the stadium and surrounding areas. The Woodstock 99 Music Festival was held in July of that year in Rome, New York, whereas the original Woodstock Music Festival, held 30 years prior in Bethel, New York, was billed as 3 days of peace and music. The 1999 incarnation was marred by incidents of sexual assault and harassment, looting, rioting, vandalism, arson, violence, and several deaths. But today I want to go back to the summer of 1978. Motor City Madman Ted Nugent is riding high, selling out arenas on the heels of his Billboard Top 20 Double Live Gonzo album, released in February of that year. In June, Ted makes his homecoming in Detroit Rock City at the legendary Cobo Hall Convention Center Arena for 2 headlining shows as part of his TNT 78 tour. The first show took place on Friday night, June 16th, in front of over 11,000 screaming Nugent fans. During Ted's performance of his Billboard Top 30 hit single, Cat Scratch Fever, the title track from his 1977 third solo album, some of Ted's fans down front of the stage, it seems, were going a bit gonzo, as Nugent fans are wont to do, resulting in an altercation with Cobo Arena security, causing the Motor City Madman to take matters into his own hands. Here's how Ted would describe the incident the following afternoon on local Detroit rock and roll radio station W4FM.
This is the real thing. I got to have it!
All right.
Woo! A little
Let me turn this
gang.
mic down here. All right. So, how's your show last night?
The show last night? Well, how was the show last night?
Yeah.
The show last
I'm
night
going
was
tonight.
Detroit Wundo Rock, man. It was great.
Couple
It
of
was
people
exactly
called.
what the doctor ordered.
A couple of people called worried about you going down on the...
No, don't
Floor
need to
there.
worry about young Ted. We got it under control. What happened was last night there was a little melee going on in the front of the stage, and I'm trying to crank out the almighty tunes, you know what I mean? And I believe we were scratching down. We were playing Cat Scratch Fever. And I looked down, and here's these guys with their Cobo Hall t-shirts on. I guess they were security of some
Yeah.
demeanor. And they were trying to flog my pals out there in the audience. I was putting up with as much as I could, but then I saw a little blood trickling down from young boy's face
really?
in the front row. So I just de-birdlanded and did a graceful little swan dive down there and commenced to shove flashlights down throats because the security force was just, you know, I mean, you just do not try to stop two mastodons from mating because you cannot really
Exactly what I
affect
would have said.
It can't really affect the condition too much. So what you got to do is, if Detroit wants to be out in the audience and they want to crush the stage, and if they want to go nuts and they want to sway back and forth, and a couple of them want to get in a little fisticuffs, that's all right, because there is nothing that you can do about it anyhow.
Right.
So I had a brief meeting with the guards last night, and I said, gentlemen, get out! I said, get out of there. This is my rock and roll show. I got control here. They're not going to hurt me.
What if they hurt themselves, though?
If they hurt themselves, fine. That is fine, because what are we going to go out there and handcuff everybody, put them in straitjackets and say, now enjoy the show?
So you think security will leave you alone tonight?
There's 20,000 of them. If 10 of them want to crush each other, live it up. Crush, go nuts. You know, suck your lives out of your brains. But it's better than what happens when the security guards are combating that. They instigate a whole sea of chaos. Let the few wounded dogs gnaw on each other's bones for a little while, and it'll subside.
You think they'll leave you alone tonight?
It's true, yeah. They will, no question. Because my security boys are much bigger than they are, and my boys will go out there and feed them to each other, you know, and I think it's going to be well in hand. Well in hand, but don't ever worry about me. I just couldn't stand there and watch it go down. I thought I'd jump down there and check it out myself. And it was great. All I lost was the tail. I only lost the tail. And
hey, we all lose one of those once in a while.
That's true.
Okay, so there you have it. Leave it to Uncle Ted to jump off the stage in the middle of a song, put down his Gibson Birdland, jump down and take care of his gonzo party animals center stage. Now, I don't recall Mick Jagger jumping off the stage in Altamont or Keith Richards to tangle with those Hell's Angels before they stabbed that guy. And I'd like to see Adam Levine or Justin Bieber or Ed Sheeran put their laptop down and jump in the stands and tangle with security. Forget about it. Uncle Ted, the Motor City Madman, looking out for his fans. How cool is that? I know a lot of people talk shit on Uncle Ted because of his politics. You don't have to agree with his politics, but at the end of the day, anybody who stops a song in the middle, jumps into the crowd to take care of security because they're messing with his fans, how can you say anything negative about that? Hope you guys dug the video. As always, I want to hear your comments with regards to the topic discussed hitherto. As always, we'll see you next time.
Who's here?